Hi, I'm Neil Gandara, program producer with Spanish Radio and TV Mission of Orlando, Florida. Recently, I was asked by several friends to share this special announcement with you. It's regarding an update about the Peruvian earthquake relief projects, as well as an appeal for your continued support. For nearly 20 years, Spanish Radio and TV Mission has partnered with many broadcasting ministries and churches in Peru by producing quality Christian educational radio and television programming. As a result, we have played a small role in supporting the national evangelical churches in this part of the world. But now all of us have been asked to go a step further and, as Good Samaritans, supply the more immediate material needs of the Peruvian church. Here now is an update on this mission project.
Perdóname, Señor. Ya paró. Sabe, ya paró, señora. Ya paró, ya. Señora, ya paró. Ya paró, señora. Ya paró, ahorita vamos a...
Last summer, a magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck the southern coast of Peru. This was immediately followed by numerous aftershocks, some measuring as high as 6.0 on the Richter scale. These aftershocks also affected many more people and further devastated homes and entire communities in the southern cities of Ica, Chincha, and Pisco. The Peruvian government's last official tally reported 519 dead, as many as 1,400 wounded. 58,500 homes were destroyed according to preliminary assessments, whereas 13,500 homes were damaged. 14 hospitals were destroyed altogether, and 103 hospitals sustained significant damage. 73 camps to house people displaced by the earthquake have been established in the provinces of Pisco, Chincha, and Cañete, and according to the government's report, the total camp population numbered at almost 44,000. But simple statistics don't do justice to the long-term effects or the emotional trauma inflicted on people's lives by this and other natural disasters. Psychological scars can run deep and have long-lasting effects, as may be evidenced by children who fear losing whatever possession and family stability they may still have. Debris cleanup may already be partially completed, but now Peruvians have begun to not only rebuild their communities, but also their lives. Disasters like these not only tend to collapse buildings, but also add further strain to entire families, and even whole communities that are barely making ends meet. Not only are homes lost, but so too are jobs, schools, churches, and other social infrastructures, all contributing and demoralizing effects on an already vulnerable population. As people of faith, Christians in North America are also concerned for the spiritual welfare of our brothers and sisters in Peru. Soon after last year's tragedy, a group of several North American pastors visited the affected region. They learned that while many of the citizens and Christian church leaders they interviewed were grateful just to have survived, they were now preoccupied with rebuilding their houses of worship and ministries that reach millions, especially those that are now seeking answers by placing their hopes in the God of the Bible. As other events around the world have taken precedence over the attention of the media, the humanitarian aid needed in the affected cities of Peru continue to mount. The Pentecostal Church International Movement of Bayshore, New York, has recruited a group of several pastors from various East Coast states, including other missionaries from Georgia and Florida, who, after visiting the aftermath of last year's earthquake, are planning to return this fall with a larger missionary group to help support this nearly forgotten cause. One of the group's leaders, Pastor Tito Ramos of Sebring, Florida, parallels this to the story of the Good Samaritan, who didn't simply lodge the beaten man on the road, but continued to provide for him through the entire process of his recovery. At present, this informal gathering of Good Samaritans are recruiting others who would consider coming to Peru this fall and help in a direct and hands-on way. Just about every talent is needed, from carpenters and other tradespeople to help in the construction projects, to Christian teachers and workers to help and encourage the national churches. The scopes of the project our volunteers will be assisting are still yet to be determined, but will most likely involve debris cleanup and rebuilding activities. Other members of the team will be assigned to work with one-on-one counseling, children's ministries, or just simply sharing God's love with someone. Each team member will be asked to deliver donations of clothing, medicines, and other supplies. Entire churches can support in this endeavor also. Monetary donations will be applied directly to help in the relief efforts. Consider making a minimum commitment of 1 week or as many as 3. The mission trip is scheduled from October 25th through November 15th, 2008, and will depart together from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. If you are unable to volunteer, your participation is equally important through your prayer and generous financial support. Please give generously towards this project in one of these 3 ways. First, intercession. Without prayer, all of our efforts would be in vain. Encourage your entire family and or church to support this mission through prayer. Volunteer. We're eagerly anticipating the participation of as many as 30 who have demonstrated a passion to share the love of Christ with our Peruvian brethren. And finally, financial. If you are unable to take part with us on this trip, you may still share the love of God towards His people in Peru by sponsoring others who may be willing and able to go and who have the talents that are so needed in this part of the world. If you are interested in volunteering with us, contact the representative visiting your congregation or the project coordinator, Pastor Tito Ramos, by telephoning him at area code 863-471-9456. That's area code 863-471-9456. Or you may email him at the address on your screen, tramos16@embarkmail.com. That's tramos16@embarkmail.com. Isaiah 49:10 declares, "They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he that hath mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them."